Hello everyone, I'm Rebecca, and here with me there are Marek from ICON Yachts, he's the head of business development, and Rob from JMS, he's the owner representative of Master. So 1 year later we are here again, and we did a big announcement this year. Winch Design will handle the interior design of Master, so I think we should start from here. So what was the inspiration behind interior design, and how it reflects the overall idea of the conversion?
Winch Design has designed a very natural way of designing the interior. Lots of natural products, natural colors. And the nice theme is that they also designed an open kitchen for the guests. So there will be a galley on board, pure and only solely for guest use, which is really nice.
Indeed, that's also one of my favorite features. Also a bit of backstory about the theme of the interior. It's actually inspired by the ocean layers, and I think Winch did a fantastic job on integrating this theme into the boat. It basically starts on the upper decks with the owner's deck, then the main entertainment deck, then coming down to the guest cabins, and it basically reflects the light level which is present in the ocean. So it starts close to the ocean surface with a very light color theme, and then becomes darker and darker and richer in colors, but also in textures. So it's a very nice transition you have when you walk through the boat from top to bottom.
Okay, great. And since last year's interview, what significant updates have been made to the project?
The significant updates are actually that there's still construction on the way. And yesterday they connected the stern section, the new stern of the vessel, which is a major step.
Correct. I mean, it's a 12-meter steel section, so it's a significant block. And over the next couple of weeks, we will then add all the other main accommodation blocks on the aft ship, as well as all the styling pieces. Towards the end of the year, the boat is going to be structurally complete.
Yes.
Now let's address maybe a more tricky question. So inside the community, the yachting community, there have been some concerns regarding the choice of the donor vessel, in particular regarding its speed and also the hull shape. So why this specific platform was chosen?
This specific platform was chosen because you have an enormous amount of fuel storage, which on normal vessels you will not have. And also that it is very rigid, and it has a rigid appearance. And the owner didn't intend to make a wide yacht. He intended to have the industrial look, how she is.
Okay,
yeah.
So the hull shape is actually how it should be, and also the speed is coherent with the brief that the client gave.
The speed will be 14.5 knots, which is quite okay for a yacht. I know wide yachts will go 18 knots or whatever, but nowadays with saving fuel, and why do you do this high speeds?
Okay.
14.5 knots, which is enormous.
Well, the owner actually, I think he never asked for a high speed. No. So this was not one of the criteria which we chose for the platform vessel. It was very good sea keeping, very rugged construction, but still having efficient hull lines. And if you look at the bow shape and the underwater area, despite its large beam, it's actually quite efficient. Being a rescue vessel, it had to be, actually quite nimble, and didn't have to pull large loads like the anchor handling tugs. So I think this is a very suitable candidate actually for this conversion.
And the nice thing is that there's an enormous fuel capacity. So if you bunker up in Gibraltar, you can sail for the year. No problems.
So now looking at the future, how will JMS ensure that this vessel meet and also exceed the standards, both in terms of sustainability, but also in terms of performance?
This actually was done in the design. Choice of the propulsion system and the choice of the vessel being diesel electric will make it ready for the future. Also, the choice of electricity grid that is installed on board will make it viable for any type of energy that comes by. Now there will be batteries inside, but it's future-proof. If you want fuel cells on board, you can also do that.
And one last question, what are the next steps for Project Master?
The next steps is to complete the hull, which by the end of the year we will quite far, and then continue with the electricity and all the major components.
Okay.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah. So and then probably towards end of 2026, we're gonna have her in the water.
Yeah.
Great. Well, then I'll see you next year. Thank you very much for joining me, and see you next year.